How are we doing, everyone? Thanks for joining for episode 28. It's Monday. I'm back down the lake. I've come through the gates. Unfortunately, somebody is in Super Mario, but I'll cover that a bit more in the vlog later on. So I'm going to go park the van up and I'm going to have a wander around, decide where I'm going, which lake I'm going on, etc. And we'll get to it. So I'll bring you back when I decide where I'm going and what we're doing. I'm just having a wander up and I'm thinking, do I want to come back in beaches? Because I have had a fish out of here. Only off that right hand spot. Wind is slowly pushing into this corner again. Just having a little walk up the trail. I'm wondering, do we ever go on the long lake again? I know we've had one of the big ones out, but I don't know. I mean, this is a nice little spot, but again, night time it's going to be locked up in here because of all the pads that are there, you know. I don't know. See, it just shows when you get too comfortable in one swim, when that swim ain't available, your head's up your arse, isn't it? So I don't know, I'm going to have to keep wandering around and decide what I'm doing, but there's no rush. I've got a few hours before it's dark yet. But I mean, look, walking around places like this, I love it. It's so nice and grown and matured. It's, yeah. It's probably a good thing we're having a move swim this session, because you lot must be bored of Super Mario by now, but there is a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I mean, this is a much more open swim, isn't it? I don't know. I'll bring you back when I decide where we're going. Just had a wander back in Big Oaks. We've done a night in here before, and to be honest, it's only really island fishing, and that's not really my thing. Bloody wind's pumping in here as well, so that's going to be swinging me bobbins around all night, isn't it? And I don't know if my mate's coming. And he likes to get in here and do whatever he's doing in here, so yeah, I'm not going to jump in here regardless, just in case he does turn up. Not that he owns a swim on, I think none of us own any swims anyway, you know, but if someone's doing something, you kind of try your best to leave it alone, you know. So that'd be very hypocritical of me if I jumped in there and fished there now, and I've just said someone's jumped in where I'm trying to do something, you know. Let's have a look on here anyway. So I've come out a walk in here in the old one rod spot. The pads, you'll see it's quite savagely grown up in front of where I'd need to land a fish. It'd be 50-50 if they'd become a problem or not, which I don't really want to put myself in a gamble situation whether I'd actually be able to land it or not. So I'm not even going to bother with this swim at all. And to be honest, if I zoom you in, the spot, which is there, that spot there, I can't actually get to where I'd need to, because that tree that's overgrown or growing out over the lake is right where I'd need to land, and the pads have come that far forward that it's covering where the drop was, so there'd be no point coming in here because that was the only drop I could get. So this swim is out of action as far as I'm concerned. It's a spring stroke late autumn swim, I think, this one, not a summertime one. So I better carry on walking around, and at some point I'll bring you back where we're actually going to fish. So I've elected to come into beaches. I've walked up and got a net, mat, etc. I've got this far. You'll have to excuse if there's any wind. An empty shelter. You'll see around me there is no kit. Okay, let's just jump inside the shelter a minute because the wind is going to blow. Right, the reason I've not dropped my kit off in my van is I don't want to make any disturbance down here whatsoever, because the wind's pushing down here. There is one angler over the other side. There is four or five, I can't remember now, other anglers at the other end of the lake. So there's no angling pressure down here apart from the person over in that corner. I don't want to come down here shutting van doors, clanging, banging, dropping loads of kit out on the floor, disturbing anything that could be down here already. So I want to get in as quiet as I can. I think I might only fish one rod as well, which seems a bit mental. I know you're allowed 3. It's big enough for 3. I think we might just have one under that, on that right hand spot that done a fish before. I don't know. But for now I'm going to carry on getting set up, and I will bring you back when things are a bit more organised. So yeah, see you in a bit. Okay, you'll have to excuse we're back in the bivvy again. There's probably going to be a lot of this on this vlog purely because of the wind, but not got anything in here yet. You'll see I've just put one bucket down so far. What I'm going to do in advance, I brought my water bucket down. I bought a bait tub this time. I think it is, how many pints is that? Is that a 3? 3-pint one. So got a bag of manila. I've also paid attention, right, this was on the floor. I've just noticed, you'll see it's been on a rig, it's not been chewed, it's a pop-up, and it is definitely not one of mine. So somebody has been in here very, very recent, maybe over the weekend, or even maybe last night and they've gone home, I don't know. So I'm going to err on the side of caution with bait, but what I am going to do is I've poured some lake water out of that bucket in there, and we're just going to, what's there, about 1/3 of a kilo there. I know we're only fishing one rod, but we're just going to, you'll see already, look how quickly that watercolour changes. We're just going to wash them out. We'll put them in later tonight, but for now I'll leave them doing it. But we're just on the manila. You'll see that was nearly, that weren't a full bag, so it's not half a kilo, it was up to about there. So it's about 1/3 of a kilo there, maybe not even that. But for now we'll leave them washing out and I'll carry on getting set up. So we're getting there. I'm going to give you a clue. Yep, we're just having one rod, that's it. All the stuff is stashed away in there, pretty much. Already got a friend here. You're the male one because you've got a lot thicker neck and head than the other one, haven't you? So yeah, that's the male one. I'm just going to have one down there. And I'm going to spread the baits all the way along the margin. I am actually going to, you'll see later on, instead of baiting from here, I'm actually going to walk along this tree line. Before I cast in, I'll point out, not when I've cast in, prior to casting in. Prior, is that the right word? Before, let's use that one. And I'm just going to dot that all the way along here, up and down. So the fish are moving, that's my plan. But for now, let's get a rod set up and let's get, yeah, ready to go really. Okay, we're at that stage of the vlog where I can show you the rod setup. Again, we're only fishing one rod down this right hand margin. So the one rod I've got is set in this way. Can you guess? 18-pound KORDA contour fluorocarbon. 1, 2, 3, 4 blobs of rig putty on the main line. But this time I've stretched my line out and re-rigged my rod basically. I've got them on. They are just normal float stops, just so the putty stays wrapped around it, because I've noticed when I just pin it to the line, it slides up and down. It's not great. This seems like it keeps the putty in position, and it is fish safe because I'm fishing a lead clip setup. If I was fishing a running, like sliding hook link, helicopter style, I couldn't do what I'm doing because the float stops would stop the swivel maybe coming off. Maybe, maybe not, but as I'm using a lead clip, it's absolutely fine. I've already given away that bit. They'll call it a lead clip, size 8 quick change swivel, 3-ounce flat swivel pair lead. That's the setup just for any of you newbies that are watching. Any of you regulars, you'll already know that. Right, let's get down to the rig. Again, it's the old KORDA dark matter sinking braid. I have actually ordered some of the old, oh Christ, I think it's Merlin I've ordered in £15. Just because I mentioned in the last vlog, I think I'm going to go back to trying the old school ways. So down to there, look at that beast on the end of that. That is a super sharpened size 5 thinking anglers hook, and I mean look, like literally you can barely touch it. And on there you'll see I've gone for a dumbbell, a pop-up and a dumbbell. So the dumbbells are as always the old manila, and look at that, new pot, because the other one's near enough ran out. And then my pop-ups is one of the proper jobs ones I've got. I've mixed a few without spilling them. A few different sizes and colours in the same pots, just so I don't have to carry 3 pots around. And that is, if I can get one out, that is one of the 14mm pineapple and butyric white ones in the middle. So let's put that down there. So basically it's a manila dumbbell sideways on, 14mm pop-up and a manila dumbbell sideways on. So that's about a 30mm bait, again with a good centimetre, maybe 1.5 cm separation on the hair from the hook. So that's a big bait. Onto that, bag of crumbed manila boilies, the one you've just seen me pour in the old bait tub earlier. Just 5 of them crumbed up, made a mesh bag. Somewhere I've got some PVA tape. I'm going to hook that PVA up as always. I will show you that before I cast it in. And that's going to be the setup. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be fishing one of the old BIB camos this session because 1, I've only got 1 rod out, and 2, I've got literally maybe 40 baits left. So when I can get back in 1-up or Super Mario, because I have a feeling the person in there at the moment will be moving and he'll be in the car park by tomorrow. That's my prediction. Don't ask me how I know that, I just kind of do. It's kind of, I've worked out what people are doing on here. So chances are we could get back in there next session. If we do, we do, and if we don't, we don't. I'll happily come back down here. Like I say, I'm happy to have 2 spots going, and it's a different view. But for now, I think I'm going to get some bait chucked in along the margin, and then we're going to get a rod cast in. And then it's food time, which, yeah, you're not going to be happy about, but what can I do? It is what it is. Anyway, let's get some bait in. Just going to show you how murky that water's gone and how much lighter those baits have come out. Have they softened up? Not really. This batch of manila I've got are bloody hard, you know. I'm not sure why. I don't think they're old stock. I just think they've dried them out a bit. But we're going to get them in now anyway. Right, that is baiting done. What I've done is, while I've been sitting here getting organised, I've tied a few. You'll see there's a good handful of PVA mesh bags tied up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the water that I've just been soaking those baits in, and I'm going to start soaking the next lot ready for tomorrow. So they will have had a good, I think it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. I don't know if I said, oh, it's later Monday I'm here, or not. I've actually got here like early afternoon Monday for a change, so that's why there'll be 2 food updates. You'll see in a minute, it makes sense. So we're getting the rods in, or the rod, sorry I should say, by 2 o'clock, half 2, so I'm earlier than normal. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to soak these up now, and these baits I pour in now in this vlog, you'll see me use on the next vlog, because they are quite hard, to be fair. So I'll just, that's those lot gone in there, and then my bags can go back in there. So I reckon I had 2/3 of a kilo in that bag when I got here. I've tied 8, 9 mesh bags as well, with about 5, 6 boilies in each. I've just baited up and I've poured the remainder in there. So yeah, maybe I've not even put 1/3 of a kilo in, because I've actually poured slightly more in this tub now than what I've just tucked in, so there weren't quite 1/3 of a kilo, so not loads. But now we are going to get the rod cast in, the one rod. It's like Lord of the Rings, isn't it? The one rod, not the one ring. Anyway, I'll shut up because I'm talking like a twat now. Let's get a rod in and then let's get some food on. Okay, there we go. All set, all PVA'd up. Let's get it out there. Cheers all, first one of the vlog. Before I do the food, I better say a massive thanks to you lot for supporting the channel in whatever way that you do. Again, numbers keep going up and up, views are going up, likes are going up, shares are going up, comments, they keep coming. I am massively thankful, especially all you lot that are subscribed. Like I say, I think I'm 3 or 4 off about 2.3k now, I think, something like that. So people are subscribing when I ask you to, so yeah, thanks very much if that's you. And if you are new, your first time visiting the channel, have a look through, there's plenty of vids on there. And if you want to be a subscriber, just click the button please. It is free, you're not signed to a contract, it don't cost you an out. It just massively helps me out and keeps the channel growing. So we've had the coffee, the food bit. This is probably where I'm going to lose a few of you. There is a second food vlog in this one, which there will be burning, but for now in this one we have avocado and cheese. That is my lunch. That's it, that is the food update, avocado and cheese and a coffee. But there will be burning later on, so hopefully you stick around. If anything happens this afternoon, you'll know about it. To be honest, I'm going to have a nice lazy lay in my bed and just chill out and enjoy being by the lake, because I don't get to do it often now. I'm normally here at 7 o'clock at night, gone by 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't get an afternoon period anymore these days, so today I do, so I'm going to enjoy it. So if anything happens, I'll bring you back, and if it doesn't, I'll see you probably this evening for another food update. But again, thanks very much for all your support. Well, just a quick update before I have a chill on my bed. The avocado, utter dog shit. It wasn't even ripe. It's meant to be a ready to eat one. it was that tough I couldn't even cut it out, let alone spoon it out. So my dinner today has consisted of a piece of cheese and not the best coffee I've ever made. But tonight there will be a bit of steak to get burnt. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, but it's too early now, so I am going to relax on my bed now. And I'll see you a bit later on. So as expected, not much has happened. I can hear in the distance, whether it comes over here or not, there's a chinook flying somewhere. I can hear it thumping away. Look at that, clear blue skies. It's going to be a really warm week this week. Lake looks, yeah, pretty flat. It's getting a slight bit of colour in the water now. Still looks clear in the edge, but yeah, it is starting to colour slowly. That can only make the fishing slightly easier. Yeah, I think that helicopter's sort of going along at that angle, the other side of those trees, so I can't actually show you it. What I can show you is, yeah, look at that bad boy. Got steak on the burn. Still keep looking at that swim over there. I think we're going to have to do a day session in there at some point. But yeah, no signs of activity here whatsoever. Do you know what, it sounds like things are getting louder. Could be coming over a minute. If it does, I'll bring you back and show you. Well, the chinook did come over, but it come over behind me, over the other side of the tree line, so I couldn't get any footage. But what I can show you is that is sizzling away nicely. Yep, that's about, oh, I don't know, 40 minutes, do you reckon? Maybe 50, I don't know. Might even go the full extra hour yet, who knows, but that is getting properly burnt and then eaten because I'm absolutely starving. That's coming along very nicely, but as you'll see, you pair have got absolutely no chance whatsoever. No, that's in the defrosting stages still. Let's give it a turn over without knocking the pan off. Oh, nearly lost the pan. You see, yeah, I reckon the sun will be set by the time that's done, but never mind. No, you're not having it. Okay, I think we can safely say that is burnt. Not quite as much as I'd like, but that will do because I'm starving. Still here. Nothing's changed apart from you're not having it. So right, I'm going to tuck into that. Let's just have a check on the other side. Make sure it is burnt. Yeah, let's eat it that way up. It looks a bit better. Anyway, I'll see you when I'm sorted. Well, that was food over with. This one's nearly inside. This one's nearly inside. And the rod outside is doing nothing. Can you go guard me rods? I reckon these pair are going to go... Oh, I thought these pair fight with each other. It's like they're mates. Look, they shouldn't be that close together, should they? Right, I'm going to get that washed up, settle in for the evening, and yeah, let's see what happens. Hang on a minute. What's this one doing? Yeah. See, look, they're not bothered. That should be attacking that. But I think they hang around together. Anyway, let's get washed up and get the kettle back on. Just having a little check on. Yeah, they look like they're washing out nicely. That was clear water earlier when I started. I'll just point out I've saved the water. That's a little tip. If you're going to wash baits out, don't pour the water away, then fire them in and start again. Try reuse the same water because it's already got the flavour in it from the bait you've washed out previously, so you don't lose. I always think the second lot you wash out are better than the first because all the goodness is still in the water. So you kind of just, you're softening them, but they don't lose their flavour as much because they're already in flavoured water. That's what I mean. Speaking of flavours, that I mentioned earlier in the vlog, it's a pop-up, and I can tell you it is a 16mm STICKYBAITS signature pop-up, purely because I know the smell. I used to use them myself. I've opened it up and I thought, yep, that's definitely what it is. It's got that lovely sherbety, not sherbet, it's like Love Hearts, that kind of sweet flavour to it. So it's definitely one of their pop-ups. So that is what I found in the swim. So if this was yours, I broke it in half for you. And no doubt, when they come back, they'll eat it. But yeah, there's your bait tip. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, they are. They're starting to soak up. They're swelling up as well. And they're not losing as much colour this time. But yeah, by tomorrow evening when we put those in, yeah, lovely. They should be bang on. He's going to fly off before I get him, but in there, He's sat on the branch. Oh, he's gone. Damn, kingfisher just landed. I just thought I'd show you the sun is slowly starting to dip behind the trees now. It's still bright as anything. But while I'm on this, I'll just show you the line set way up. Oh, is that kingfisher? I can hear him. I was just pointing you back there in case he come flying through here, because he has landed on that tree a little while back. I didn't catch him though. I think I've still put the clip in the vlog anyway. But line, just a tip. If your rod doesn't have a line clip, buy one and put on it. I think GARDNER make one that sort of comes on here with a like a rubbery O-ring that clamps it there, because fluorocarbon will spool off the reel. But you'll just see how slack it is. Right the way at the bobbin is completely dropped. Look, literally couldn't be any slacker. And then the line is just drooping through the rings and straight down. So that is slack as it can get, and it's slack all the way out there. I can hear the kingfisher. He is somewhere. Where is he? He's that quick, I couldn't bloody get him anyway. But yeah, looking into that sun, I've got no chance. But yeah, just thought I'd point out on the line, if you're fishing in close, always fish slack. Never fish tight lines. You do see people fishing tight in close. It's not the one for me. The slacker your line is, the more fish you will catch in the future. That is a definite tip I can give you. But for now, I'm just going to sit, watch that sun go down, and hope that line tightens up during the night with the fish on. There's my guest again, look. A tame. Come on then. Look at this, look. If I had something, you'd bloody eat it, wouldn't you? Right. Last look at the sun. That's it. Hopefully I'll see you in the night with the fish. I might capture this time the chunnock coming over. I can hear it. It's definitely coming overhead. This one is. It's up there. I'll show you in a minute. Stand there. You'll see it in a minute. There it is. Amazing, isn't it, how them blades don't hit each other. Timing to perfection. Well, you'll see from the lighting, that's it for tonight. If I zoom in a bit. Yep, rain's just started as well, as predicted. I think we've got maybe 3 hours of rain forecast tonight, but as I'm laid, that's the angle I'm looking at now. So you'll see from the shot if I come back in. Yeah, I should stay dry tonight. So if that rod goes off during the night, you'll know about it. And if it doesn't, I'll see you in the morning. Hopefully not piss wet through this time. I'll try and keep out of the wind, but look at that. It's hammering into this bank now. It's proper got up. The weather front's moving in, excuse the wind. Let me get back out of it. Let's get back in the shelter. Yeah, with that wind picking up like that tonight, do you know what? I reckon we're going to have one. Conditions are now bob on for here. Big gust coming through. It's only picked up the last 10 minutes. It's meant to blow like this most of the night. I think from about midnight to 3 o'clock we've got rain as well. Pressure is dropping as well. I mean, yeah, there's bait there. We're on a spot. I know it does fish. Confident, rig set up, rod set up, etc. Yeah, I reckon. Wow, look at that. Go on the wind. I reckon I'll be bringing you back in the night for a fish, hopefully. Fingers crossed I'm right. Good morning. Absolutely nothing to report last night. The wind died off pretty quickly, to be fair. The rain never moved in like it was meant to. We did get some rain, but not anything like we was meant to. It is 5 to 4. The lake looks flat calm this morning. There's no wind. There's no ripple. There's nothing at the moment. So I've got 3 hours left of this session now, but yeah, good 3 hours. So let's hope before I have to pack up and go to work this morning that something happens and that rod goes off. So I'm just going to lay here and just keep watching. The bats are flying around still. No liners from them last night either, which is nice. Yeah, I'm going to get the kettle on and just keep watching the lake, see what happens. Hopefully purple LED lights up over there and we're away, but you never know. Well, the sun's trying to break through, but it's not all bad. We have a coffee. I have a rod that hasn't bloody moved, done nothing. There's a little bit of drizzle coming down, but I think that's blowing off the tree where the little bit of wind's picking up. The remaining little bit of mist, you might be able to see if I zoom in a bit. No, it doesn't really show it. There is a small little bit of mist just burning off on the lake. Wind starting to sort of blow down here again. It doesn't look like it's going to do a bite, to be honest. I've got an hour left, but I'm not confident. I was last night when I went to bed with that wind smashing in here and knowing the pressure had dropped, a bit of rain. I thought, yeah, we're on for it tonight, but no, we're not. So I'm just going to finish that. Keep an eye on that. I hope that comes out to dry my bloody shelter out before I go to work. So if anything happens, I'll bring you back, but if it doesn't, I guess it'll be see you laters. Well, unfortunately, nothing did happen. I didn't expect it to be honest. I was hopeful last night, but this morning, yeah, when I woke up, I was like, it's not looking good. I've just walked back from dropping my net off, mat off, etc. So that's me off to work. So that's it for this one. I am back after work tonight, so there will be another one. Where we end up, I don't know. But again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry, no fish. Hopefully you have better luck if you're out and about yourself. But until next time, take it easy.